Yeah, and we hiked in with our camping gear and rations and everything, and brought the electric bass amp, bass guitar, electric guitar amp, and 300 Jackery, dude. Oh man, that was a good time. Went didn't go too far into the dunes, but far enough that there was nobody around you. It was just you and the galaxy night sky and a bass guitar and electric. It was awesome. It was,
Nice.
it was really heavy though.
Aloha, Justin.
Really heavy.
I was oh man, I was tempted because I want to get a nice little moderate workout, slightly above normal punching. You're allowed to hit it hard every now and then, right? And I was going to go outside to do that because hitting this thing hard is still a dust storm.
Dude, right now it's. I mean, can you see it each time I hit it? Yeah, you can.
Yeah. you know,
I'm not even.
if we did this, what we got to do? We got to do a slow motion video with real good lighting of hitting the bag and the powder rising off the bag. That'd be intense.
Dude, it
Intense.
actually
Get
pretty
it?
cool.
Like sleeping out in the wilderness, playing an electric guitar.
Dude, it was pretty awesome. We woke up to the chirping of a mountain lion.
Nice.
Uh, I didn't get out of the tent. I didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then when I fully woke up with the sunrise and everything, I went outside, checked the perimeter of the tent, about maybe 20 to 25 yards, full circle, was the mountain lion tracks. I think it was a teenage, maybe young adult. Its paws were kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet you anything it was a teenage, a young one,
Yeah, yeah, and
because they're really curious. Was it after you were playing music and then you stopped?
I mean, it could have happened while we were playing music, or it could have happened in the early morning again. Like I don't. It was kind of hard to say. We were blasting pretty
Yeah,
loud.
yeah. Because I doubt that they come up at you while you're making music, but
Right,
uh, after the fact, they would be very curious as to like what that sound source was, and
right.
say they would go to that area, not really knowing you're there, but then smelling. It's all new to them. The older cats, they know, they kind of know what's up.
Yeah, yeah. And like picking out his paws, you could tell he was like inching by with his footprint, right? So I followed all the way until he exited the campsite, and his stride ended up being like 5 feet long, and that was kind of trippy. I was like, oh, he was bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
It was a cool experience though. That was my friend Kainalu. It was his first backcountry experience.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I used to train him back in the day too, and he said that he's still interested in training Wing Chun and stuff. So I think I might have to buddy pass him a subscription. Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
I've considered doing that for people as well. I have to figure out how to do that on my end,
Mm,
because there's a way you can kind of do that. But yeah, I always want to say, we've been doing this online forever. We stop every now and then pick it back up. But we started doing this with the real player back in 90 something. And I think something that should be understood is that money has not prevented me from, the lack of money rather has not been something that has prevented me from teaching people.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
uh, if you want a lot of my time personally, then well, then yeah, you got to pay for my time. But
Yeah.
as far as engaging in the art of Wing Chun, man, it's like a huge world out there of practitioners and a huge potential world of practitioners. So, yeah, we don't live in that world anymore where information is secret. All the information is out there, you know. What becomes proprietary is how you use the paintbrush and how you use the colors. All those colors in the paintbrush, that's all available to us all. It's no secret anymore. I mean, really, back in the day, for even painting, it was a secret. The colors and the brushes, and it was magic. How did they create those incredible paintings, right?
Right.
So, same thing. I look at Wing Chun the same way. Uh, not very long ago, the very tool of Wing Chun was somewhat of a secret. Mm. Now there are no secrets. And the reason there is no secrets, and I kind of figured it would be like this, is because of the complexity. Anybody can learn. Bonsal, tonsal, futsal, lonsal, right? Comsal, tuksal, right? Anybody could learn that. Yeah. And in fact, everybody usually does. They're very common movements.
Yeah.
Yeah, very common movements, turning, right? Turning,
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuchs, Fuchs, all the movements. They're common until you actually point them out, and then all of a sudden but how do you do a tongue out? No elbow here. What, like this? No, 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 just elbow here, like you're gonna lift something up. If you're gonna like lift up a windowsill, right? You wouldn't lift up the windowsill like this. You wouldn't lift it up like this, or maybe I don't know if it was a heavy windowsill, maybe, but then that might be your tonsil, right?
Right.
So I mean, it's just all practical, and that's why we love Wing Chun because Wing Chun is very practical. It's almost goofy how it gets spoofed on by other different martial arts dweebs, we'll call them for lack of a better term, that don't understand the value of Wing Chun. It should have been the tipping hand for everyone regarding Joe Rogan, right? Because he is undoubtedly the most popular human being on the planet. Uh, it's kind of crazy, This this dweeb from New Jersey is the most popular, but there's another guy from Jersey that's also the most popular guy on the planet. So it's interesting. The Jersey Shore took over. Um, that just threw me off of my whole. Hey, Steph T. Yes, I remember you. Aloha and welcome to the Dirty Dojo. Be prepared to trade. Yes. Uh, so the complexity, anyway, it's what you do with the tool, right? Anyway, let me finish what I was saying about the I wanted to get off of that subject so quickly, I almost abandoned it. Joe, but we all should have known about Joe Rogan, not when he poo pooed Wing Chun, because there are plenty of people out there, poo poo. You got your own opinions. Okay, that's fine. But we all should have really known, one, he had to backstep and say, "Oh, Wing Chun," after years and years of poo-pooing our beloved Wing Chun, he had to then backstep and say, "Oh, yeah, that stuff is pretty powerful." He did a quick retraction, sort of like a newspaper on the back end of the page, the last page. "Oh, yeah, we were wrong about that. Mr. Smith didn't actually murder his wife. Oops." you know,
Yeah.
Meantime, I mean, really think about the damage that dweeb, and I'm being very nice here. Think about the damage that dweeb did.
Yeah.
The damage that he did to our beloved martial art, and the what do you call it, defamation of character to all the amazing Wing Chun practitioners out there. They're just trying to learn a practical self-defense, and they're just trying to make themselves healthy, and some dweeb from New Jersey says, that stuff is BS. He even poo-pooed his own martial art, which was Taekwondo. I'm like, "Eh, and it's the only thing he knows how to do well is a spinning back kick. Where did that come from, Joe?" Come on. You've got to see the insanity.
Yeah.
Um, he there was a Christopher Hitchens meme that said it best. It said, you got to be really skeptical of a guy that gives the same weight that he would a professor or somebody, a true scholar, that he would some kook,
Yeah.
that believes the earth is flat or some bizarre thing like that, and gives it the same weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all because it made him really popular. And by the way, folks, he wasn't the first podcaster. There's a lot more podcasters that came well before him that were doing an awesome job. So he was a byproduct of who. That's Hollywood. Ta-da! Thank you. The real ruler of the universe, by the way. If you want to fight something, don't fight our politicians. Fight
Voila.
fight
The Hollywood
Hollywood.
do a
Yeah,
lot.
fight your addiction to Hollywood first, and then start fighting Hollywood. Yeah, don't fight Hollywood while you're still sucking off them and paying them, right? Which we all are still, but you got to get to that point where you understand. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. TV bad. TV movie bad, right? Anyway, off of my
Slime.
soapbox. What am I doing? How dare I get on a soapbox? Um,
Slime.
I wanted to show you something really cool. And listen to music. It's almost half of my entire music library, of music that I've written, and I still got another 150 or 200 songs that I need to post up on here. Um, but what's groovy is, if you have the wizard up, and you can have the wizard loaded however you want it loaded, and you can listen to music at the same time. And if you don't like the song, uh, and boom, end it. So, but it's commercial free. That's commercial free music of original music. So I don't know. Hopefully the world doesn't miss out on this sort of thing. But then you can then go about your routine or whatever it is. I try to do a lot of memorization stuff. I also use it to practice a lot of magic, believe it or not, a lot of magic. It's allowed me to get back into magic in a big way.
Hmm.
So
I couldn't.
yeah.
I couldn't hear it.
Oh,
Let's do another one. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go. Look at my hair. Come on, man. We gotta do something with this hair.
Did you just wake up?
Look at your hair. Never mind. I feel good. We're both having hair
Yeah. Look at that.
today.
Look at that. What is
Yeah,
that?
we got hair today. Here it goes.
Quan Sao or K and Sao, the rolling arms, remind you to harmonize inside and outside energy together.
Mm.
Right. So now you can meditate on that. You can think about that. You go, do I want to work on that? Or you go, or do I want to work on or think about something else? And you got some music to. Yeah, let me think. What else we
Lan
got?
Sao or Lan Sao, the bar arm, sets a strong boundary where balance cannot be broken.
Mm.
Yeah, Lonsau. That's a dictionary textbook version of it. I never thought of it as boundary, where a boundary can't be broken. So let's think about that. You're using it as like a
Mm.
kick or turn some maybe the thing, right? Yeah, that's interesting. Again, using this as a tool to stimulate those juices, whatever juices you want. Right now, we want the juices of kung fu. That sounds
We
disgusting.
want
We want
kung
kung
fu.
fu juices. No. Anyway,
Give me that. Kung
no, no, no.
fu.
What's that?
I said, give me that kung fu juice.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been in like a really
Here's the real kung fu
brain.
juice right here. Yeah.
I've been in a really weird brain state the past 3 days. I don't know. I have exhaustion where slightly delusional and like that. But I've been I've been stuttering a lot the past days.
No, there's something in the air, and it's making us all super retardo.
Karen.
Yeah, there's something in the air. I
Yeah.
swear to you, it's affecting me. It's affecting everybody. Um, beware of the American air, folks. Beware.
Don't buy those air bottles. Don't.
Yeah, don't buy don't buy the canned American air.
Sensitivity is awareness beyond sight, the body reading what the eyes cannot.
Mm, I like that.
No, yeah,
I always
and
tell people that like, once you really like feel somebody's intention through touch is when you really learn a lot more about them, you know? Yeah.
I had an ex um, that boy, oh boy, in grappling, that told me everything. That told me everything, and I knew from day one. I knew from day one from grappling.
Day one.
I knew. I knew. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, yeah,
Enough of that.
yeah, indeed.
Paksao or paksao, the slapping hand, is the soft deflection that clears the path without resistance.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Now, that's a very interesting concept there, right? Uh, there we go. Aloha, Steph T. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, that's another concept. A lot of times, this hawk, this is thought of as a push, right? As something that's hard. But really, nothing in Wing Chun should have to be applied with a great strength, right? It
Yeah,
should all be the angle. So when they say softly, it's soft on our side, not on their side. We need to make sure that's well understood. And that's why placement is important. If you're here, well, then you're going to feel that. And also, if you're like trying to catch the hand or something, uh, often it's right here, right? You're stopping. So you might even catch a little bit if you don't pivot off of that properly, right? But hitting the source. This is imagine someone that had no bicep strength hitting you. Ah,
feels bad, man.
Grandmaster Chris Chan loved to grab the biceps of guys that were big and had big muscles because they were very defined, right? And so if the muscle's defined, he could just grab that muscle and isolate it and just, oh man.
It's a giant rubber band, right? You can just like,
Yeah. You Yeah, he would grab it, and the fingerprints for months. For months, you would just see the trauma from grabbing that whole muscle. Crazy. So, yeah. Again, it, soft for us, hard on them, and that's the whole formula all the way around. If we're exerting a lot of pressure in order to achieve what we're trying to do, then we're doing something wrong. Because Wing Chun is all about the position and using the positioning. Remember, we are more than likely weaker, not as strong, maybe not as fast, right? So we have to have one thing that we can guarantee and that we can lean on. And in Wing Chun, that is the posture. That's why we do the postures so much. We don't do a lot of different stuff in Wing Chun. We do postures. You'll do what you do a lot of. In an emergency situation, you'll do what you do a lot of. So, uh, if you do a lot of the right postures, then chances are that's what you're going to revert to in an emergency situation. And it's not a far cry because, again, like I said in the beginning of what we were talking about, these are all natural movements anyway. We're just making them more controlled, gaining more control, and bringing more power by way of exercising to those natural movements, right? And then also seeing the different things you can do with, like for instance, if you're climbing, man, kamsao, when you're climbing, doing a kamsao is in climbing is called mantle, right? Sometimes you have to mantle, you only get to about here, and you have to actually bonsal as is a proper bonsal. You're not like this bonsal, right? You're just getting your elbow on the rock ledge so you can get your body up, often so you can get to the next handhold. So you're actually using your elbow in order to get up to the next handhold, especially for short guys. They can't get to those handholds. You'll use a good old bucket hold, put your elbow in it, and put your whole body up. right? So again, these are all Wing Chun movements, all natural movements you'd use anyway. They're not exclusive to self-defense. But boy, are they useful for self-defense. And so we don't use a lot of energy. We can't use a lot of energy. We have to conserve our energy. In an emergency situation, you can't let everything out. Right? In an emergency situation, you have to bring everything in. Sifu Chad is the lifeguard. He knows all about this. Emergency situation, everything comes in, everything focuses, right? So how much time we got here? Let's end this. I know today was sort of a bit instructional, but use the Wizard app. And I implore Justin and Sifu Chad as well to, as soon as they have time, to kind of put their wisdom in there and submit it to the library. I think it would be a really wonderful thing that you guys could share with the universe by way of the Wizard. Your insights are really valuable, and trust me, you won't always remember them. So if you put them in the Wizard will remember them, especially in the air where the air is making us forget everything that we ever learned, including our names. Was I a property owner? Did I have money in my bank account? Hold on, am I in debt or no? Yeah. It's getting nutty. So y'all are gonna need the Wizard. You're gonna need some Wing Chun. You're gonna need the Wizard. You're gonna need the Wizard and the Wing Chun. That's all I'm saying.
Wizard.
But there's a lot of fun stuff in there too.
And this man here is a Wing Chun wizard, or a
Wing Chun Wizard.
Wizard of Wing Chun.
Oh my goodness, that's a Macaulay Culkin response. Yeah, man. So I know I've been pushing the Wizard a lot, but I wouldn't do it if I didn't think it was one, really going to be something that you'll be able to utilize and enjoy, or two, um, if you don't, tell me why. Right? That'll be so valuable if you can take the time and do that. Sifu Chad, when it first came out, said to put a sequential and a random. I didn't want to do it. I did it. Now I wouldn't do it without it. And there's the reason why is because of browser. If a browser refreshes, then random won't seem like random. And I don't know how to get around that other than with the standalone unit. Then it will be on yours. It'll stay. But every time you go back to the Wizard, it refreshes, and now your random isn't. It's like I heard that already, right? So that's so now you just put on sequential. You will not hear the same one. I'll just play one after the other. So thank you, Sifu Chad. That was invaluable. Yeah. I also had to make sure I took the AI voice function. That's no longer. I'm not doing it. It will just use your native device, and that's that. I'm not liking what's happening with AI at the moment. It's really taking some crazy turns, but that's another day, another story, another story. Let's leave with some good old. We're going to do 2 sets of burpees.
Ooh,
yes, we are.
With a sandbag.
Yeah, it's if there's been a lot of chat, that there's going to be some burpees. All right. Sifu Chad, would you do the honors and count us in let's just do 10. 10's good. Now technical stand-up burpees, right? So we'll do them like this, right? And then what do we want to do with the sandbag? You call it.
Wait. You said stand-up burpees?
All right. No, never mind. I want to complexify it. You
What?
do it. You do what you're thinking.
Oh, I was just gonna do the regular sandbag burpees, just jumping up in the air and getting back down and jumping in the air again.
Hot dang, let's do it.
All right. Oh, I guess we'll start with jumping in the air. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're frozen. I can't see the action. Are we jabbing, crossing, uppercutting?
Backward leg. Forward hand. Backward leg. Forward hand. Yeah. Same side. Forward hand. Backward leg. Just keep it real simple, really. Because it makes sense. If you over complexify it, then but just drill it in, right? This. Now you really try to hardwire not to necessarily do this. This is very dangerous in a street scenario, self-defense scenario, right? I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying this is dangerous. Unless you're a fighter, it's kind of dangerous, right? So make sure this is in this position, okay? Bam, same thing with the pump. Bam. Again, we repeat this. This is something we do over and over because you're going to do what you do a lot of, right? If all of a sudden something happens, you don't do this enough. Next thing you know, you go, oh man, Sifu Z told me, don't put one out, don't put two out, one out, one back. Yeah, oh, and I didn't do the exercise. And I did this. I go, oh, buddy, I don't want any problem. And then he just took my back. And it's so easy, man. Because if you got two out, you're just too unstable. It's too easy to, what? Pucksaw. We could easily pucksaw that. Walk right into it, right? See something like this? Just walk right into it. Pucksaw. Take the bag or whatever, You see? Now, again, self-defense scenario. In a fight scenario, it's a whole nother thing. A sporting scenario, a whole nother ballgame, right? You might want to do this because you're now going to do a follow-up or, whatever. So understand it's not wrong. We're really focusing on self-defense, kind of a situation where we really want to make sure all of our bases are covered. You know, we might not throw any punches at all. Oh, perhaps, right? In fact, if you know Sifu Z's laws, no punch, no grab. No punch, no grab. Right? So we let them punch themselves on us. We let them grab. Our futsal is somewhat of a considered grab. There's also a fake grab, right? You thumb out, kind of a grab. There's always those kinds of grabs too, right?
Yeah.
but those are more hooks. They're not actually grabs. Grabs are this. Hooks are this. Hooks are this, right? Yeah. So, and punch, that's not a punch. This is a punch. So huge difference in Wing Chun. Are we saying that those things are wrong? No, we're not. We're talking about self-defense. We're talking about just practical use, self-defense purpose. All right. I talked too long again. Seafood Chad, would you do another set, please?
Sure. Sure.
I didn't mean to talk that long, but like I said, I want to get the information out there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Super necessary. All right. Oh yeah. Start with John.
He shoots. He scores.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10.
Yeah. Again. You'll notice if this is out and this is here, just correct, right? Here and then back. Boom, boom, right? So you're here, correct. Wow. Right? Correct. Wow. That's where combos come in real nice, right? Helps you to correct. Whoa.
Yeah.
Right? Boom, I'm here. Right?
Yeah.
So if you find because sometimes you don't want to not use it if you need to, right? You're here. Well, maybe you gotta, it's there. It's there. Wham! Right? It's there. So just make sure. Woo, this helps with this too, right?
Yeah.
If you're here, well,
Looks like that Aikido throw.
pull back. Yeah.
Man, you sure you 62?
So, let me see. We're not doing too bad today. All right. Oh, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do some abs, so I don't have to do them later.
Okay. So I don't have to do them later. Okay.
There you go. Sifu Chad likes to do them laying down. I like to do them sitting up. I don't know if that's indicative of anything else in our lives, but whatever you're into, that's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say is whatever you're into, do your abs however you like here. Now, I like doing leg raises. Let's start right now. I'll count some out. Give Sifu Chad a little break there. He's up at a mile high or so. Right?
1,000.
Now, Sifu Chad's going all the way up. I wouldn't do that. Again, it's not right or wrong. Different ways, right? So I feel that if I stay right where the lower abs are most contracted and not go above it, where they
relax?
decontract,
Oh, okay.
then it seems
Right
to
there.
hit that lower abdominal area more. For me, at least. What is this? 5?
I think this is like
6? Oh, 8, 9, 10. We'll do 15. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Yeah, being able to activate those legs, man, are huge. If you're a soccer player, boy, I'm envious of you, soccer players, especially if you started young because you've got that lower body dexterity that all us martial artists wish we had. You know, it's funny, martial artists think they're badass with all their kicks and stuff, but ball control, that's another level. I mean, you're just kicking like a showgirl, you know? you, you know, kicks ain't nothing. When you like you control the ball with all these different levels of intensity and sensitivity. I don't know why I don't have a soccer ball.
many years of my life was realizing that if I just juggled the ball by myself, I would get better touches, better balance, better sensitivity and all that other jazz and dexterity and stuff like that because you're controlling the ball, you're juggling it just like you would a hacky sack, right? And you're either doing it like this or you're doing it, from the side of your foot, right? Your knees, catching it from far, trapping it. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff that comes from just juggling the ball by yourself. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's never too late. I mean, what the heck?
It's
Next
just
time I go to the thrift store, I'm going to get myself a soccer ball and just shut up about this soccer ball stuff. And, but I must say, I was able. The rains are coming in. We're going to have a good week now. But right before the rains came in, I got on my skateboard, and we have a downhill. So there's a downhill, and then there's a curb that's about this high.
Yeah.
And so going downhill, just try to ollie up on that curb. You know, after the downhill's really fun, especially after not skating for a while and like I don't know, just having that angst of going, I haven't skated. I want to ollie that curb.
I hadn't skated
There's
regular.
these other guys, these kids, they're watching. They're like, what? Like, yeah, I can't ollie, but I can ollie up that curb. Give me something to jump over. I'll jump over. Now my ollies are getting a lot better. I'm not even working on them. I just know I gotta lift up that back leg. Lift up the back leg. You want your board to come up, you gotta get your back leg out of the way.
I hadn't. Yeah, for sure. I hadn't skated like on the skateboard in a while too, and I went that week with Nalu when he was visiting, and I jumped back on that thing and started ollieing, and my ollies felt really good, and I hadn't been on it in
Sweet.
a while too. I had a couple,
Nice.
but like I was getting it like thigh high almost, or knee high to thigh high.
Beautiful.
So I was like, oh man,
Beautiful.
all right.
Yeah, yeah.
I got to.
It's and no ollie is the same, because there's always all these physics involved. So you're you could get them in the same ballpark, but even the best of them, there no ollie is the same. Some are just amazing and epic.
The microphysics test us, son.
Man, the whole thing of throwing the board back with your back leg. It's amazing how much is involved in the back leg. I think it's amazing how much ankle work is involved. Again,
Yeah,
soccer players. I'm guessing soccer players would make great skateboarders as well.
I would think so.
All right, second set. Let's go.
All right,
I'm gonna do flutter kicks on these.
flutter.
1, 2, 3, 4. Slow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll do 30, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Good. There's one I just wanted to show you guys. I'm not going to do it, but I've been doing these side ones lately and just switching from side to side. Side to side. Whew. It's hard to do on a bench. Usually do it on stairs. But hitting side to side, boy, I really like that, especially for martial purposes. But it also really hits like, this region.
Oh yeah, I can feel it really good. Even just doing the
Yeah, sit up and do like V's with it, like diagonal V's.
Oh, like sexy leg kind.
So you're on the same hip that you're extended out to.
The same gluteus maximus. Oh yeah, I feel it. Nice. I like that. It's for doing the damn ankle touches. That's for sure. Yeah, the ankle touches. I'm just like. Yeah, they seem. Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to really one arm pull up think I'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
I got to work on it more consciously. You don't do one arm pull ups by mistake. That's
Right.
something you know. And the way you do them is really quite interesting. The way you do them is by developing the grip strength.
Mm.
Yeah, this grip strength. You have plenty of strength here. It's that grip strength. Once you get the grip strength together, then you're just pulling from your lat,
Yeah.
which is huge, But the grip strength is usually what gives because it can't hold the whole 150, 160 pounds,
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little boy, this is chock full of tips today here at Sifu Z Dirty Dojo with Sifu Chad. Yeah. All right, listen. We are. I'm not going to be doing a private session. Typically, here at the Dirty Dojo, we'll do half an hour here, and then do another half hour over at Patreon.com/SifuZ. The SifuZ.com site has been overhauled. It kind of reflects just the Wing Chun right now because we have our facility that's opening up here. People have been asking about it. They go to the Sifu Z site and they see Chad doing flying out of the bowl. They see Justin playing like hardcore, like okay, and then you don't hear back from them, So
Who are these people
so but everything is still up. It's just not on the front page. So it's not in the menu. If you want to go to Sifu Chad's site over at sifuz.com, just go sifuz.com/Chad. Same thing with Justin. If you want to go see Justin, sifuz.com/Justin. Once we get rolling over there, we get our student body in. I'll kind of create a more obvious portal for you guys. This also gives you guys time to develop because you need to develop your sites. I can't really promote them if there's nothing to promote. So
Yeah.
when you get time, you guys can populate that stuff with whatever you like. Just let me know.
Jory.
All right. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section down below. I've been posting these up on the Dirty Dojo YouTube site. If you aren't a member or if you haven't subscribed, I think subscribe is the word. Yeah, go ahead and do that, and that'll be super groovy. Let me see. Is there anything you'd like to say on that intro, Sifu Chat?
I missed you guys. Sorry I was gone.
Hey man, we missed you too, man. It's but I knew that you were out doing the right thing, out there doing the work of divinity, shall we say? I'm glad you had a good time, man. You deserved it. And
it me of my first days backcountrying with you back in Pahrump.
Yeah. Well, that's what it took me back to. I'm thinking, man, if he's doing that, yeah. So I so badly want to go into the backcountry right now, and I'm just working on other stuff that I see why people don't go into the backcountry, even when they're right here. It's like there, I could walk there if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I just got so much I'm trying to accomplish over this next year, and getting the school going over there, and it's the list is crazy. So,
with that, well, what was the people that were giving you the space for the
over at the Odd Fellows there.
Yeah.
I went by there the other day, and the construction is going on.
Oh.
So they completely demolished the Aryan because the Aryans were there. I mean, literally the Aryans were there. That was where the Aryans were.
Wacky.
God loves irony. So,
She sure
so
does.
they demolished everything in there, and they're putting up new walls, new floors, new ceiling, and everything. So, um, they told me sometime this month. I don't believe it. I think it's going to take longer for them to get together. But that's all right. I'm not in any rush. There's so much that I'm trying to achieve, especially with the wizard. The wizard is a huge part of what I'm doing because that becomes the interface that our AIs learn from. So it's the information that you will curate. It's the information that you curate that then gets rather shared or becomes part of your personal data sets. And the way it's all structured, the information, the way it's all structured in small bite-sized pieces is exactly what AI, especially small models, rely on in order to function. So this wizard stands for W is wisdom, I is intelligence, Z8 is us, the business, and R&D is research and development. So the wizard literally is the research and development portal or hub for the Z8 wisdom and intelligence data set for our models. Yeah.
All right.
For our future models. Right now there's such a mess going on with AI that I'm now the thing is AI, you use it as a tool. Use it as a tool. Don't depend on it. Use it as a tool to create the things that you want to create. And if it can't create them, then use another tool. And so you really have to watch that with AI because you can become really dependent on AI to do like 100 times, 10x, 100x what you would normally be able to do. Well, guess what? Now it's not you anymore, is it? What my AI started calling me was a good personal assistant, calling me a good personal assistant. I was like, oh, yeah? Oh yeah, no, 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 no.
You got it.
Hey, we're putting you on timeout. So, yeah. So just understand you have to. If you don't control the AI, then there's problems now. Hey, same thing with your data. Same thing with your art. Same thing with anything that you create, anything you think and do. Man, the big problem is in our digital world, and this is all martial art, folks, so we'll leave on this, but in our digital world, we are the product now. We are the intelligence that it's feeding and all I'm saying is, why don't you do it for yourself? Right? Why don't you curate your own data and be able to choose what you hear sequentially or randomly? You
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
I think it's such an important thing. If not my wizard, some other, they're already trying to get AI to do it. Already trying. Chat GPT has just released a function that they only give to their high tier users. But the function is to personalize all of your behaviors and everything. You give it access to your everything. Just give it access to everything, and then it will start predicting and being able to do all the things I'm trying to get you to do on your own with the wizard and through the Z8. If you if you let open any of these large LLMs out on the web do this, All right, folks, you get what you deserve. You deserve what you get, or whatever. I don't know the language anymore. I'm breathing the same air. It's making me stupid. Luckily, I got the wizard. I really do. Yeah, I have a thing called Ezekiel. You choose Ezekiel, and it reminds me of all the things in my brain that I think are important to remember, because I forget them. I'm like, yeah, I actually use it to remember the important things in my own brain, because there's a war out there for your brain, for your attention, for your time, and AI is going to take everything from you and leave you high and dry if you do not take control. So, uh, it's a great tool. It's an amazing tool. Use it or lose it, like anything else. Use it or lose it. You know. You control it or it will control you, like anything else in your life, you know. So AI ain't special like that, man. AI ain't nothing new in that regards, and human beings and their behaviors, you know.
Yeah.
Use it or it's going to use you. But hey, maybe only Wing Chun people can, understand. I'm sure we're not the only ones. Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes it seems like we're the only ones that understand this on a very elementary, first principle level, sometimes. So,
Sometimes.
all right, guys. Uh, uh, will you be joining us next week?
Yes. Wait.
All right.
Yes. I'll be
Okay.
for the session, and then after that, I'm gonna go drive to Utah, and I have some big prospecting plans. But then I'll be back the following week for that other Friday. I
Ooh.
should be back in the regular groove of things. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, glad to have you back once again, and we'll see everybody out there next week. Same time, same place. Aloha, folks.